association with the Lord. Nobody can parallel him in terms of his experience with the Lord himself. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Jai Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki jai Jam Vishnupad Paraman Sabri ki Chari Ashtodar Sat Shrimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai ISKCON Balaramdesh Shri Prabhupada ki jai Jam Vishnupad Paraman Sabri ki Chari Ashtodar Sat Shrimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Shri Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai Anand Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai Namaracharya Shri Radhas Thakur ki jai प्रेम सखा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तों की जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कोट राधा कोट गिरिवर्धन धाम की जय ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय नवदीप मायापुरी धाम की जय पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय गंगा मैया नमय की जय तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की जय सामयिक भक्त की जय निताई गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे हरि ऑल ग्लोरीज असेंबली ऑल ग्लोरीज असेंबलीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू ऑल ग्लोरीज टू चिगराई चुगरंगा हरे कृष्ण जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय. Hare Krishna. So today is the first day after Rath Yatra. So we had a nice, wonderful Rath Yatra yesterday in THMC hall. And I was asked to speak about Jagannath Puri temple. This program of 7 days is actually made around the Shri Kshetra Mandir. Basically, that this program of 7 days will take you from entrance to the Jagannath Puri Mandir to all the temples around, inside as well as outside. So we'll start with now Shri Mandir program day 1. So Shri means Jagannath. Shri means also Lakshmi ji, and also called Jagannath Puri, also called Jagannath Mandir, also called Shri Mandir. So we'll go to the next slide. So today we'll discuss, cover 8 topics total. One is Patit Pawan Jagannath, then Arun Stamba, Sinhadwar, Meghanath Pacheri, Mukhshala, Yamshila, by okay. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. So both screens are on now. So as I mentioned, I'm going to cover 8 topics. One is Patit Pawan Jagannath, Arun Stamba, Sinhadwar, Meghanath Pacheri, Mukhshala, Yamshila, Bais Pahach, and Kashi Vishwanath temple. So all these are all these places are within the Jagannath Puri Mandir. So why Lord is called Patit Pawan? Because Patit Pawan is also one of the infinite names Lord has, and Patit Pawan means the one who delivers the fallen souls. So we are all Patit. There is a beautiful song by Narottam Das Thakur in the song Gauranga Karuna Karo. So he says in that song, Yadi Daya Na Karibo Patita Dekhiya, Patita Pawan Nama Kishare Rakhiya. So Narottam Thakur says, actually asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I am Patit. Yadi Daya Na Karibe Patita Dekhiya. If even looking at me as a fallen soul, if you don't be merciful upon me, then why have you kept yourself name as a Patita Pawan? But the Lord is called Patit Pawan because he delivers the fallen souls. And we are all liberated souls or fallen souls? We are all fallen souls only. So Lord has also other names. You can see from the screen that Lord's name is also Bhokhaya, Chaka Akhi, Daru Brahman, and so many. What is Bhokhaya? Because Lord, you know that in Jagannath Puri, before the Lord, when the bhoga is offered to the Lord, before he washes his hands and before it gets dried, another round of bhoga has to be offered to the Lord. So that is how the offering goes on in Jagannath Puri. It never stops. It starts in the morning until Lord goes to the rest. That the bhoga is continuously offered to the Lord. So that is why Lord is called also Bhokhaya. Chaka Akhi. Chaka Akhi means I think it's Chaka Akhi. It's basically the Lord's eyes are round. So there are no eyelids on the eyes of the Lord Jagannath, because he does not want to close his eyes. He wants to continuously look at the devotees of himself. Then next is Daru Brahman. Because why Daru Brahman? Because Lord deity is made of Daru wood, and who is absolute truth, he is Brahman himself. That is why he is also called Daru Brahman. So Lord has so many names. Even the Lord has many pastimes. So there are many names given to the Lord with many devotees within Orissa and all over the India. But those names cannot be listed here. And the Lord is so merciful. I know, actually I was reading one article in Back to Godhead magazine. It is mentioned there. I don't know, because I'm not, I cannot stand for it, but it is mentioned there. For some whimsical rule, it has been decided not to allow the people from other religion and the Westerners to enter the temple without any basis for scriptural evidence. So it is mentioned that this is based on the article which was published in Back to Godhead magazine in 2007. So, but Lord is so merciful. We'll go to another. That is why Patit Pavan Jagannath is one of the most. You'll get to know what Patit Pavan Jagannath is. So, but Lord is so merciful. He knows that there are many devotees, like Premru Jagannath Prabhu mentioned about some Western devotees came. They were rolling on the ground because Lord wanted to give darshan. That is the reason Lord gives darshan to the devotees for on 3 occasions. One is on the Snan Yatra day, where Lord is on the Snan Mandap, where people from outside can see the Lord. Then second is that's when the Rath Yatra starts, the first day, that is called Snan Gundicha Yatra, and then when the Lord comes back, it's called Bahuda Yatra. There is a beautiful pastime of Lord Jagannath, where that is the reason there is a deity of Lord called Patit Pavan Jagannath, located on the east, I think eastern gate. That is the lion gate of the Jagannath Mandir. So there was a king called Ramchandra Dev, who was actually ruling Orissa. But what has happened? Once there was another ruler, he actually called Suja Khan. He attacked this king, Orissa, and he defeated Ramchandra Dev. Although he was defeated, there was one of the commanders in the Suja Khan army. His name was Murshid Ali Khan. His daughter was very beautiful. Although Ramchandra Dev was actually defeated in the battle, but what happened? He fell in love with his daughter. Whose daughter? Suja Khan's commander's daughter. So eventually he got married with her, and then since he got married with a girl outside his religion, he was banished from temple. Although he was king, and he had authority to force or to break the rules of the temple and go and take the darshan of the Lord inside the temple. But he knew that since the rules are set, I am no one to break the rules of the temple. So what happened then? Because of separation of Lord, he became so sad, and he used to cry and go to the gate of Jagannath Mandir and literally used to cry entire day there, that I am not able to take your darshan. So he was crying. So he was feeling he has had so much of intense separation from the Lord. So what happened? Lord came in his dream, because they say Jagannath Bhagwan is most merciful form of the Lord. So he understood the mood of Ramchandra Dev. He came in his dream. What he told him that you do one thing. Although you cannot enter the temple, but you install one deity called Patit Pavan Jagannath. So he told him that then at the same time the Lord also came in the dream of the Pandas also. Then they made arrangement immediately. As soon as he saw the dream, he came running to temple, and immediately he decided that I want to I want to have this Jagannath Bhagavan deity installed. This deity is installed right at the entrance of the eastern gate. So anybody who is standing outside the temple can also get darshan of this darshan of the Lord. And it is said that although those who are eligible, those who can go inside, we go inside and we take darshan of the Lord. But it is said that those who are not allowed to enter the temple, they can even take the darshan of the Lord from outside. So it is said that the one who takes darshan of the Patit Pavan Jagannath and the flag of Jagannath Mandir gets immediately gets liberated within the same birth. So how that is that potent the Lord's darshan is. And one more thing, that Lord is just not content with this Patit Pavan form. Because Lord knows that although I am available as Patit Pavan, but there are so many devotees all around the world, they are not able to see me. So what happened? Lord showered his mercy through Srila Prabhupada and taken Jagannath all around the world. So the Jagannath Yatra does not happen only in Jagannath Puri, it happens everywhere. So this is the, you can see there, I don't know, my arrow is, maybe the cursor is not visible. You can see that there is a place at the main entrance of temple where a devotees will find image of Patita Pavan. This is on the, when you enter the east gate of the Jagannath Puri temple, on the right side there is a deity of Lord Patit Pavan Jagannath. And on the right you can see this is the deity of Patit Pavan Jagannath, which is very similar to actually Lord Jagannath himself. So the next is Arun Stamba. Arun Stamba is actually, it is a stone pillar. So Jagannath Puri has got how many gates? It has got 4 gates. East, then south, west and north. So Arun Stamba is actually situated right in front of the eastern gate. So this where did this Arun Stamba came from? Actually this Arun Stamba, it's actually stone pillar. It was installed in Konark temple, but when the Konark temple was actually attacked, so king that time actually it is mentioned that there was a Maratha ruler who was ruling Orissa that time. He decided to take this pillar from Konark temple and then install it in front of Jagannath Puri temple. And this pillar is not ordinary pillar. This is like it is carved out of a single black stone. It is almost 40 feet long pillar. And it has been there for so many centuries, not decades. So on the eastern side of the Jagannath Puri temple is called Sinhadar, Lion Gate. And then on the southern side is called Ashwadwar, that is called Horse Gate. So each gate is represented by these are the 4 Purusharthas. What is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha? So the south gate actually signifies karma, and then the west gate, which is called Vyagradwar, like tiger gate, it symbolizes actually dharma. And on northern side is elephant. It is called elephant gate, and that represents artha. So if you can see in this is the map of the Jagannath Puri temple. So maybe I don't know whether it is visible to everybody or not. On the bottom you can see this is the eastern gate. If you see from the bottom, this is actually the main entrance to the temple. So from here when you enter, you can directly go straight and you can directly enter the temple. Otherwise you can have to come from other sides also. So eastern gate why I am trying to show this map of Jagannath Puri temple, so you can correlate basically, because we are going to talk about different gates and the different temples within the Jagannath Puri temple. So bottom one is actually eastern gate, and then you have southern gate on the left side, the opposite side is west gate, and the right side is northern gate. This is the picture of this is the photo of Jagannath Puri temple. You can see there. I don't know what this structure is on the white color one, but you can see Jagannath Puri temple. The pointer is not there, right? I don't have pointer. Okay. So you can see what is the east, south, west, and north. So recently I went to Jagannath Puri for Snan Yadara, and I told that one of the brahmachari from Nagpur temple, he went there early. So he says, I will book that, I will be going there. If you want to room, if you want room, just let me know. So he didn't book anything. When I reached there, he says, you stay with us only. And I was discussing with Prabhu Jagannath Prabhu. So he the hotel called Vishnu Bhavan. That Vishnu Bhavan is nothing but within 1 minute walk from the western gate. So it was very easy to go there. So if you look at the north gate is actually the who represents north gate? Just now I mentioned an elephant. So between east and north gate, you see a lot of big trees are there. So you see this is the brown roof, small building, just right, small one. There is exactly opposite that there is a place called Koili Vaikund. Koili Vaikund is a place where actually when Lord's deities are during Navakalavaram, when deities are replaced by new deities, they give samadhi to the old deities. Also, I'll just quickly cover that also. Maybe a Premaru Prabhu must have mentioned, I'm not sure of that. So what happened there, when they give samadhi to the deity, they actually, that place is still there, it is always there, and you can see there are always 4 garlands are kept there. One for Sudarshan, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. And what they do basically, they dig 15 feet in the ground. There is a Sihasana place there, which is permanently placed. And then they give samadhi to the deity and then cover up. So next time again, after depending on which particular year the Navakalaram falls, so when they again remove the soil and then want to put the new deity there, the old deity does not, they don't find old deity there. So Arun Stamba, as I mentioned, this Arun Stamba was shifted from Konark temple. This Stamba is almost like, I think it's around 33 or 34 feet long. This is made of a single stone. And why this is called Arun Stamba? Because on top of the Arun Stamba there is a chariot of sun god called, his name is Arun. The one who is sitting on top of the pillar is Arun. And also the Arun is also Garuda's brother. He's considered to be Aruna's brother. So Singhadar, actually this Singhadar is actually located, this is, if you go to Jagat, I'll take you to the previous one. If you look at this map, you can see the outer boundary, and also there is another small boundary inside. So the courtyard between the outer boundary and inner boundary is called outer courtyard, and the courtyard between temple and the inner boundary is called inner courtyard. So the Singhadar, now Lion Gate is actually located around 100 meters away from main Jagannath altar. Jagannath altar is called Ratna Singhasan. So this Singhadar is all the doors have 2 leaves basically. So there are why it's called Singhadar, because there are 2 lions there, and these lions are almost they are 6 feet tall and almost 8 feet long lions, both on the both sides of the door. And the door is actually covered from externally. It is covered from brass with the impressions of conch and chakra, and also there are bells also impressed upon the door the external covering. Of course, there are a lot of description of the Singhadar, but I don't know, we hardly have any time to discuss it. So we'll go for another 15-20 minutes. So this is the photo of Singhadar. This Arun Stamba is actually directly located in front of Singhadar. And you can see why Singha, because you can see the photo of the Singha there. This is the horse gate. This is on southern side. Then you have tiger gate, that is on western side of the temple. And this is called Hastidwar, which is the elephant gate, which is on the northern side of the temple. So Meghnath, what is Meghnath Pachavi? It is actually outer boundary wall of the temple. Why it is called Meghnath? Because they say that when this wall was constructed, it was so tall that the devotees used to feel that the temple wall is actually touching the cloud. So that's the reason they used to call it Meghnath, it's touching the cloud, Megha. So temple covers, the Jagannath Puri temple is actually, considered the outer boundary, it covers almost like 10 to around 10.7 acres of the land. So you can imagine it's very big. It's difficult to go from one corner with it takes long time. So Jagannath Puri temple has got actually 4 walls and 4 gates and 2 walls. Which are 2 walls? Inner and outer. So the outer courtyard is called Bahar Beda and the internal courtyard is called Bhitar Beda. So the topic we are discussing, Meghnath Pachavi, this is called, outer wall is called Meghnath Pachavi. It was actually constructed by King Kapilendra Dev during year 1433 to 1465. It is mentioned that Jagannath Puri temple was not built overnight. It was built in the many centuries. It started like because there is also mention of some part of the temple construction done in 1300th century. Some part of construction is done in even 1700th century also. So the eastern wall of the temple is both east and south wall both are almost 200 meters long. So 200 meters long, you can imagine how big is the area. There is one very astonishing thing there. Along the wall of the Lion Gate, there is a temple of Sita, Lord Ram, Lakshman and Sita. That is called Bada Chata Matha. Actually in that temple there is a fire that never extinguishes. So in Jagannath Puri temple kitchen, the kitchen where they cook the bhoga for the Lord Jagannath, they take the fire from this Lord Ram temple only and they use and it is a continuous process. So Mukhashala is a small temple-like structure which is on the basically on the Lion Gate. So when you enter the Lion Gate, you saw the Arun Stamba. From the Arun Stamba, when you go inside, that's you actually enter through the Lion Gate, which is almost like 30 feet high temple structure, and that is the entrance to the which is also not Singhadar Gomuta. Gumuta means, I don't know, in Oriya, I think when I went to Puri I could find that there are many words which are very similar to Marathi. So in Marathi for any temple dome they is called Gumat. So they are also called Gumuta. So that's the reason it's called Singhadar Gumuta, the main entrance to Jagannath temple. So both side of the pathway, this when you go through the Mokshala, there is a raised platform on both sides. So on the one of the side is also Patita Pavan deity is there. There are many deities of Lord Narsimha, Sugriva, Hanuman, Shri Radha Krishna as well as Ganesh. Hare Krishna. You can see many steps there. The next topic is actually Bais Pahach. Bais means, in Hindi, Bais means English you say 22. So there is a staircase or the staircase with 22 steps. There is very nice description of these 22 steps. You can see that there is step number 3. So it is said that this particular Shila is made up of black stone. This is right in the middle of pathway. So when you go up, you have to jump over this particular Shila. You have to step over the Shila. One who step over the Shila, it is said that the Yamraj will take away all your sins. But when you come back, you should not step over again this particular, because as soon as if you do that, Yamraj will return all the sins he has taken from you. And Bhaktivedanta Maharaj mentions in his book that many devotees are not aware of this. But those who are aware of it, they should actually try and do that basically. Sorry, Prabhuji? Yeah, going inside table. So next is Bais Pahach. This is a staircase with 10 to 22 steps. So there is a great significance to this particular why 22 steps. And each step is around 70 feet long. 70 feet, when you jump or when you go to the next step, it is 70 feet long step. It is not a short step. And it's around 6 inch high and 6 feet wide step. So you have to go quite a long distance. And it's actually start from the Mukhishala. Mukhishala is a temple-like structure on the lion gate. And then it goes to Kurma Pacheri, which is called inner wall. If you see, I don't know, I don't have the picture here. Inner wall, you saw inner wall, there is a, one second, let me take you there, it will be better. You can see the on the lower side, this is lion gate, and you see the stair-like structure. This is actually that Bais Pahaj. This is where you have the 22 steps there. So when you go through this Bahis Pahaj or maybe this like staircase, so on the right side there is a place called Chahani or Bhet Mandap. Chahani means in Odia, Chahani means to see, and Bhet means normally Bhet means when we meet somebody, the meeting. So what happened basically when Lord Jagannath goes to Gundecha temple, when he comes back, the Lakshmi Devi is so eagerly waiting to see Lord Jagannath. So she goes to this mandap and she wants to see Lord Jagannath and she wants to meet Lord Jagannath. That's the reason this particular place called Chahani Mandap or Bhet Mandap. And when you go further down, so you see that if you go straight from this from this staircase, when you go straight, you directly enter into inner court of the temple. But if you go to there are 3 gates actually. When you take a right gate, you go to Anand Bazar. That is your devotee. I'm sure everybody wants to go Anand Bazar. And left side is actually kitchen for the Lord, where they actually cook bhoga for the Lord. And it is said that it's mentioned in Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj book that I read it many places, other places also. Actually, each step represents a planet. How planet between how 22 steps, because 14 steps represent 14 planetary system, right from Bhulok to Satyalok, and then Atala, Vitala to up to all the way to Patala. So these are 14 planets. They represent 14 steps from the Bais Pahaj. And then it is also said that remaining 8 steps represent Vaikunta planets. That few names are Shri Vaikunta, Shesha Vaikunta, Shvetadip, and Garbhodakshai Vaikunta also. So you can imagine that Vaikunta resides in Jagannath Puri temple. So we should never, when we go to Puri, we should never consider anything material in Jagannath Puri. Everything, unless you go there, you will not. It is very difficult to understand the potency of Jagannath Puri temple. There are so many pastimes. When you hear that, your hair will stand on the end. And these 22 steps also represent actually 14 Puranas and 4 Vedas. Sorry, 18 Puranas and 4 Vedas. And as I mentioned, since this particular Jagannath Puri temple has been constructed over a very long time, so this particular staircase was constructed by King Bhanudev from the year 1357 to 1378. So what happened basically when they started constructing this staircase, when they reached 11th step, so the construction people, the workers, when they were constructing, they found that some water started coming from the ground, and they tried to stop the water. They could not stop the water at all. It became almost, they said they thought that we have to abandon this project of constructing staircase. So they reached king. So king, they told king that we tried our best. There is no way we can stop this water. Because when in previous slide it was mentioned that this staircase represents 14 planetary system and 8 Vaikunta planet, so we can understand it is not something ordinary. So what Lord Jagannath said, then king went to Lord Jagannath. He told Lord that Lord, you have to help us out. And then he stopped eating and drinking also. He started crying and he said, please help us, we want to construct this staircase for you. Then what happened, then Lord Jagannath told him that you have to go to Chakratirth. Does anybody know where is Chakratirth? Naimesharana, Haribol. So there actually it's said that now Lord Narsimhadev is presiding deity there. So he said, you go to Lord Narsimhadev, he will help you out. When the king went to Lord Narsimhadev, he prayed to him. So Lord Narsimhadev became very pleased. Then he said that you don't think I cannot help you directly, you have to go to ocean. So when he went to ocean, he said, when you go to ocean, you will find something very astonishing thing there. So when he went there, he found a big piece of stone floating in the water. And the stone, in Odisha, they call it as Makar Patthar. Makar Patthar means, that's like, Makar means actually in Marathi, Makar means monkey. So when during Lord Ramchandra's time, all the monkeys threw the stones in the water and they were all floating basically. So similarly, the king of Orissa also found this particular stone floating in the ocean. He took the stone back, and as soon as they bought they actually gave a shape to that particular stone, and they used as a step. As soon as they put the step in the place where the water is coming, the water stopped coming immediately. And it is said that the stone which is used in particular step, entire Jagannath Puri temple is constructed from one particular type of stone, but only on this particular step you will find a different stone. That very clearly proves that the stone which was used was not ordinary stone, because it was who ordained that stone to be brought here? First Lord Jagannath, then Lord Narsimhadev, and then the ocean gave it back to king. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go through Bais Pahaj, actually there is a Lord Narsimhadev temple there. So it is mentioned that whenever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to pass to that area, he used to immediately start singing, Namaste Narasimhaya. So there is a place called, there is a temple called Kashi Vishwanath temple. So there is a wonderful pastime. There was a devotee of Lord Shiva, and he was an ardent devotee of Lord Shiva, and he wanted to see him. But he wanted to go to Kashi, Banaras, to take darshan of Kashi Vishwanath. But he was very old and he was very poor. Neither he had money nor he had health. So what he did, he went to Lord Jagannath. Because in Puri, Lord Jagannath is very merciful. He will direct you wherever he has to fulfill our desire. So since this old devotee Lord Shiva had a very intense desire to go and take darshan of Kashi Vishwanath in Banaras, so he prayed to Jagannath Bhagwan. Also he prayed to Kashi Vishwanath also. So his name was Hariyar Kuntiya. Actually this also name was Chakrapani Kuntiya. So what happened when he prayed to Lord to Kashi Vishwanath? So Kashi Vishwanath appeared in front of him. That is also Lord. So there are so many pastimes. So basically, this particular temple is also within Jagannath Puri temple itself. It's a small temple. When you enter the Jagannath Puri, when you go into the inner courtyard, as soon as you enter, on the left side this temple is there, which is actually facing Lord Jagannath. And in front of the Lord Shiva temple, Kashi Vishwanath temple, there is a Nandi who is actually facing Lord Shiva, and also he is also facing the main gate. So he is also looking for who is actually entering the temple that time. And on the side of this particular temple, this particular temple is although it is 15-foot high tall temple, but the door it has got very small door. The door is only 2.5 feet wide and 4 feet tall. So if you have to take darshan of, actually there is a very small linga. There is mentioned there. This Lord Kashi Vishwanath actually is residing in that temple in form of a small linga of almost like 10 inch tall. And if you have to take darshan, you have to only stand, and then only you can take darshan there. And yes, then also as you with the Nandi is the eternal associate of the Lord Shiva. So Nandi is there, is placed on the one side of the door, and Shringi, and sorry, Bringi is also on the other side of the door. So when you go to Jagannath Puri temple, How many have gone to Jagannath Puri temple? Many devotees have gone. What did you experience there? Can anybody just tell me in one statement, what did you experience when you go there? I'll just narrate a small story, maybe I'll take only 2 minutes. Well, actually, recently when I went for Snan Yatra, so we were actually honoring Prasadam. So there is another pastime of Lakshmi Devi and Chandalini, but I'm not going to discuss that. So that brahmachari who was with me, we are actually having prasadam in same plate, because we got one small pattal and we were eating from the same plate. When I finished eating the prasadam there, I thought because normally I eat little faster than others. so what happened? He was also finishing his part. Then I found him. He was scraping everything what is left on my side and he was eating it. I said, Prabhu, why are you doing that? So he says, no, in Puri there is the Jagannath Prasad does not get come to. Even if a dog comes and he snatches your prasadam and he leaves it on the ground, you can take it back and eat it. There is no contamination. So that's the reason it said that in Puri, Chandala and Brahmana can eat from the same plate. There is no difference. Why I came to that point, actually, then there was a very special khichdi made there. So he told me that particular khichdi, how this khichdi was not part of Lord Jagannath's menu. There are so many items. There was one laddu also. Many items. There was a laddu that there is a small, very very nice pastime. So laddu, what happened basically? There was a panda. What happened when they used to cook for Lord? When you make many things, some wheat flour or some few things will fall here and there. So he used to collect that all the left out material, and from that he used to prepare a laddu. So he knew that since it is prepared from a waste material, why to give it to other devotee? What that panda used to do? Panda used to collect, make some laddu from this, and he used to take it away. He used to hide and take it away. So one day the other panda saw him. When they saw that, they complained. They complained that this particular panda is stealing something from the kitchen. Then he said, I'm not stealing anything. Whatever left out material, I'm just making laddu out of that. I cannot give it to Lord. I cannot give it to devotee. So I'm just taking it away with me. So they said, no, you cannot do that. So that panda was stopped. So next day, when the bhoga was offered to the Lord said, I'm not going to eat. In Jagannath Puri, I asked for that particular Prabhu, how do devotees come to know that Lord doesn't eat? He says, sometimes, recently the Lord did not eat anything till 4 o'clock. He said that there is panda, I want that laddu only. Unless and until that laddu is brought to me, I'm not going to eat anything. So from that day, this practice started, that again laddu is made in similar way and offered to the Lord now. Hare Krishna. I think we have now small skit or drama on Lord Jagannath pastime that will go for around 15 minutes. Hare Krishna.